But we know he's a defensive fighter, safety first. I give him a pass just because everybody gonna have one or two down performances in their career. Now if he did it the next time too, I think the fans could get on him a little more. But I think we got to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, because one thing he did do that was impressive. People might not say it, but the way he disarmed dude was still impressive to me. Like, because that guy can fight, that he fought, and he couldn't do nothing. Like, if he knew that he was in there with a guy with the handicap that Shakur had, why couldn't you do more? Like, that's what I was kind of disappointed at as well. Like, but I ain't not him either, because he still is young and got time to grow and experience. But I do think that the opponent should have knew and pressed the issue. Like, damn, he's sitting back. Let me go out and try to steal this decision, because he not able to throw a lot. I'm gonna try to steal it from him. But I don't know if he knew, or maybe his corner didn't pick it up. Like, maybe they was thinking, oh, he's scared of your power. They might have been a little delusional thinking something like that. But yeah, it was his least impressive performance though, for sure. So, but I ain't gonna hold that on him. Usually he give us some good boxing and good quality fights. And but one thing we gotta understand with a fighter is different. It ain't like basketball or football. We can't sub nobody in. So they get injured, they gonna lead the game. Shakur still had to pull the victory out. So, I give him a pass on this one.
We'll get right into that, but right, I want to be able to shout out everybody on the chat: Carlita Jones, Brand, Corey Benson, and obviously Charles Edwin Cheese. Thank you for the $100, man. I appreciate it. That's the biggest super chat I ever got since I started the YouTube channel. So blessed to you and appreciate the support as well. Salute to Big Money as well. And so going into you know a lot of people don't want to hear excuses, right? In the boxing game, people don't want to hear excuses, but in reality, um, this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is a sport
100%.
that you got to be able to tear down your body, get into complete shape, and hand injuries are super common.
Ah,
And I was asking Bernie, I said, Bernie, when you fought in the amateurs and stuff like that, when you hurt your hand, and you was fighting in a fight, and he told me I never hurt my hand while in a fight. I want to ask you a question: have you ever hurt your hand while a
I
fight
won.
was?
I won the title with a. I won the world title with a.
I
I
see
don't know
that.
if you could see. It was that high. Listen,
Yeah.
and the crazy thing is, when I fought, my hand was already messed up. I already had the plan that I was gonna get to surgery after. It was actually messed up for years, but I couldn't even spar a lot. But there's no way I was turning down the world title fight.
Mm.
And I was fighting a real difficult opponent at the time. I ended up winning, but this dude was so crafty that nobody wanted to fight him at the time. Like,
So
in
you
the
see what
fight,
you just said? You just said that you did it for the world title, right?
it was no way I wasn't taking it. I'm like, shit, I get to surgery afterwards, and everybody was
And it's
saying it
the
was
same thing
boring.
with
And
Shakur.
yeah,
Same exact thing. He was desperate to get that WBC title, so he did not want to be able to pull out of the fight. He
right.
wanted to become champion, become a three division champion right away,
But here's what I
and I
will
understood
say:
that.
I will keep it real though. You gotta. The good come with the bad, so you gotta take the bad class. You can't be mad at people for you got to take the good with the bad. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't.
yeah. Because you
You
was greedy. You wanted the belt, right? But you didn't perform, so now you got to take it. You
Yeah,
got
like
the
me,
belt. You can
me,
go
me. I
shine it
knew.
now.
I'm like, all right, y'all saying all I gotta do is win, and then we good. All right, bam, I won. Dude didn't. Dude didn't know my hand was messed up. I got to win. The fight wasn't entertaining because I couldn't let loose like I wanted. But I'm not gonna be mad at people saying the fight wasn't that good. And it could be a good chess match to people. Shakur. Now I was impressed because I'm looking at it from a coaching standpoint and from a boxing purist. I was impressed by how he couldn't touch Shakur, and he was fucking confused and damn near just quit trying to fight. He disarmed dude. Now that part of the game was impressive as hell. I'm like,
But what are your take on people that are saying that Shakur is not just pulling out with his distance to come back to to counter. He's legitly getting himself out of range and hopping out each
Yeah.
time
Well,
Edwin comes out. And I could agree with those type of people that in the beginning stages of boxing, they teach you that. You know how to pull out, how to pull in. It's like it's an amateur style type of a deal. Do you feel like that was impressive? Because to me, it was that piece is not impressive to me because I know Shakur does that. I know he could do that. I'm more impressed and as a fan of Shakur of all the other things that he does, taking risks and stuff like that. That's why
yeah.
I'm more of a fan than anything else. Um,
Yeah.
but do you feel like the style that he has when it comes down to close range, you need to have a solid right hand, left hand to be able to slip and counter with the uppercut with your hand. He also, he likes to stab with both hands to the body. And
Yeah.
we all know, Mickey, that if you hurt your hand and you try to donate to the body, it's gonna hurt your hand.
Oh yeah. No,
It's gonna hurt
everything
your
hurts.
hand.
Listen, I had a draw in the fight from coming back too soon after I broke my hand, and I fought too soon before it healed. I had a draw like that in my career before because I couldn't. Now that shit hurt. Like, believe me, it's worse than when you hit a dude's skull and you just tap it. It don't just hurt your hand, your whole it go through
You
your
feel it
whole.
right here, right there.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, like not taking up for him because, like I said, you gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta take the good with the bad. So he
Absolutely.
can't. This ain't the fight to go back and forth with the fans. He just gotta, if you went in injured, you did it for the fans, but at the same time, you just
You
gotta
didn't do
say,
it for the fans.
yeah, it's kind of like I guess like he said, I don't. Well, see, here's the thing too with me, right? I was under the weather, so I didn't go to the fight because I trained the kid that won the title on the
Floyd,
undercard. Cat, yeah. So I stayed back because I'm like, all right, I ain't feeling good. I ain't even gonna come around for a couple days. So I watched it on TV. Maybe that's why I look more impressive to me, even though all the fans that's on here seen it on TV. But I was just looking like, damn, his defense and how he disarmed them. But after a lot of rounds went by, I'm kind of like, damn, when is he? But then I knew I'm smart. I'm like, oh, he got an injury. I knew after a certain round, I knew for sure. I'm like, he got an injury because he ain't gonna just make him miss the way he was missing and not make him pay. He had dudes spin and go to the ropes. Remember when he did that with Valdez, he dropped him. At first, I was like, okay, he felt dude power, so maybe he gonna start later.